An exhibit at the History Museum at the Castle in Appleton is shedding light on a part of Fox Valley history students don't often learn about in school. Our Ellie Davis visited a Stone of Hope, which explores the history of black residents in the area, spanning from the 1800s to present day.
And it tells the history of black people living here in the Fox Valley. So they had a very early history from kind of the early French traders, had black folks with them. And then, before the Civil War and leading up to the Civil War, there were black people that lived in this area.
After the Civil War, Max says the black community was living in Appleton.
There was actually a black community here, and it was thriving in many ways right after the Civil War.
But in the early 1900s, that changed.
And Appleton became what was known as a sundown town, which meant that people that were black or basically not white were not welcome here after dark.
By the 1920s, many black families could no longer call Appleton home due to racial tensions. Now, this traveling exhibit aims to bring those stories back in the light.
And so we wanted to share that history with people to let them know that, we remember, we recognize that they were part of this community, and it's an important piece of this history.
Max says the stories can be uncomfortable, but are necessary.
These are uncomfortable histories, right? History isn't always a celebration of what has come before us.
He says change happens when you recognize the past and can learn from it.
And if we just erase those and, try to ignore what happened before us, there are many problems that come from that. And part of it is you're erasing those horrible things and the lessons that we learned.
He says the most common reaction from visitors is simple.
The number one thing that we continue to hear from people that go through is, I didn't know, right? They didn't know that information existed, that history was here.
Mac hopes by sharing these stories, the community can better understand the present. In Appleton, Ellie Davis, Local 5 News.
Thank you, Ellie. She also says this traveling exhibit is partnered with the African Heritage Incorporation.